इसके
Ravinji, shall we start?
I am ready, Rishita.
Yeah. Prasad, sir.
Yes, we can start.
Good morning, one and all. I am Rishita Reddy, Assistant Professor, AV College, Hyderabad. On behalf of AV College Institutions Innovation Cell, I am glad to welcome you all to the webinar on My Story Innovational Session by a successful entrepreneur, Mr. Praveen Kumar from Sri Balaji Jewellers. We will start the session with a prayer song. Thank you. Before we get started, we request the participants to mute their audio. You can also participate in the webinar, which is live on YouTube. The link is provided in WhatsApp groups, and we request the audience not to annotate on the screen, please. In case of any queries, kindly post them in the chat box or YouTube link. We'll get back to you during that question answer session at the end of this.
Are you?
I request our convener of the webinar and the convener of IIC AV College, Mr. Dr. T. Prasad, to say a few words.
Okay. Thank you, Rishita. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Very much.
Yeah. Good morning to all. Respected guest, Mr. Praveen Kumar Garu, founder of Thinking Life and an entrepreneur. Professor G. Prakash Reddy Garu, Secretary, AV Educational Society. Dr. K. Gautami, Correspondent, AV College. Dr. C.H. Rajalingam, Principal, AV College. And Dr. M. Bhagavanth Reddy, Director, PG Center. Dr. P. Padma, Vice Principal and President, Institutional Innovation Council. And today's program coordinators, Ms. Rishita and Ms. Sharada, all AV Innovation Council team members, and all faculty members, and dear students and dear participants. On behalf of AV College and AV College Innovation Council, I extend a warm greeting to all of you to this motivational session by a successful entrepreneur, Mr. Praveen Kumar Garu. Dear students, so all you complete your graduation program with a hope of landing a good career. And you have two options, government sector or private sector. Getting a job in the government sector nowadays is very difficult. And the number of positions in the government sector is shrinking year after year. Even in private sector, there is a lot of competition. So you might consider starting a new firm of your own or providing a new service to meet the people's needs as a startup. So in this backdrop, Ministry of Education and Government of India initiated and formed institutional innovation councils in various colleges and universities. Our college also have become a part of this IIC framework. So the main goal of IIC is to inspire students to come up with a new innovative concepts that can be turned into a viable business models. So as a being an entrepreneur, you are a problem solver and giving a solution to the people. And you are a contributor to the economy of India, and you are giving employment to others and empowering youth by making them self-reliant and independent entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are essential to any economy, and many enterprising persons who want to establish their own business don't have the financial means to do so. So if you want to start of your own business, you need a finance support. As a result, so their ideas, talents, and abilities go unused. The country suffers from a lack of wealth creation, economic growth, and jobs, and gradually the progress. So, Institutional Innovation Council or AV College Innovation Council, with the help of other mentors and startups and other groups created by the Ministry of Education. So it helps to increase the entrepreneurship by ensuring that it encourages individuals who have the ability to invent and start their own company by providing assistance. The history of business has taught us that there have been numerous success stories by notable multinational entrepreneurs such as Bill Gates of Microsoft or Henry Ford of Ford Motors, or recently the Miss Falguni Nair, who launched an e-commerce portal curating a range of beauty products called Nika. But today, so all these, whatever the success stories, usually we will read through newspapers, and there is the type of offline information through which we can motivate it. But today, you are fortunate, AV college students and other participants are very fortunate to hear, to listen the journey of Mr. Praveen Kumar as an entrepreneur, and as a trainer, how to think, with a think trainer. So really very glad to see you here, sir, with our college students. And I thank Mr. Praveen Kumar Garu for spending his valuable time with us and the valuable guidance and the motivation to all our students. So dear students, make use of this online and personal motivational program by a successful entrepreneur. I welcome you, Mr. Praveen Kumar Garu. Over to Rishita.
Thank you, ma'am. I request all the student participants to please join to the YouTube link, if not in Zoom. Good morning, one and all. Mr. Praveen Kumar is a jeweler by profession and a trainer by passion. He is the owner of a jewelry store named Sri Balaji Jewelers, located at Abbots Road, Hyderabad, and also the founder of Thinking Life, a non-profit oriented organization. He is a businessman with 30 years of retail experience in the industry and retail training people for individual growth and thereby adding value to the organizations as a whole. He did his NLP from Success Unlimited and retail sales training from GIA, Gemological Institute of America. He has specialized in sales and marketing from TMI and also completed a personal branding diploma under Purnima Kotak. He has done a life coaching diploma and also completed landmark forum courses till leadership level. He started his career in the sugar and steel industry and then South Agency Modi from Lufthansa, Courier and Cargo. Having seen much financial turmoil in the industries over a period of time, and today he built a brand image as Sri Balaji Jewelers as a household name, especially on the social media platform. His success mantras are honesty, integrity, and trust. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, ma'am.
Praveen sir, please start the session. Hello, everybody. Good morning. First of all,
Good morning, sir.
I would like to thank AV College and also the council for taking such a strong initiative, because I feel that this is the best way people can have a learning which is directly from the horse's mouth. So instead of going by the books, people who have gone through the whole scenario, I think that is what makes life really understand on the practical side of the world. So I thank all the team members on the screen, off the screen, for really arranging such a beautiful session, which would add a lot of benefit. And already, I think things have been on, so I'll directly start off. To all the students, I am basically a man on the screen. I do off screen more. Offline is my power, but online, yes, I have done as good as 40 Zoom sessions till now. So all the students can give thumbs up whenever they like something, so that they feel great about it, and they can start off. Involve yourself as much as you can, because my gurus told me, when you get involved, you will start evolving. So don't think this is just a session there. A lovely session that has been arranged. So I start off with a very beautiful story which is close to my heart. Once there was a balloon man, and this balloon man was releasing different kind of balloons in the market to attract children. There were red balloons, there were blue balloons, there were green, there were white, all different colors. And as the balloons went up in the sky, children used to come and they used to buy a balloon. Suddenly he felt somebody pulling his jacket. When he saw down, he saw there was a small child, and the child was asking, "Uncle, uncle, can this black balloon also go up? Hello, can this black balloon also go up?" And the balloon man said, "Why not, my dear child?" He cut the string, and that balloon soared in the sky. The girl started clapping and said, "I thought this black balloon can never go up in the sky." And friends, the balloon man said, "My dear child, it is not what is outside the balloon that makes it go up. It is what is inside the balloon that makes it go up in the sky." So, my dear friends, you are all youngsters going to charge. You are the future of India, future of the world. So, what is inside you will take you to the next levels and the highest levels in your life. That is the message I want to convey with my small story before I start. So, get yourself filled up, and we'll start off. But first thing, I would really want everyone to understand question, why an entrepreneur? Why is the biggest question in life. Now people can settle down to a job life, because see, this session is not to push you to become a businessman. This session is not to push you to be a job person. It is for you to understand what suits best to your life. What suits best to your life, what suits best to your inputs. Everyone is born different in life. But as an entrepreneur, I want to share with you, first of all, why an entrepreneur. When I wanted to do, I did my MPC. I was a Osmania University topper. My MSET rank was 10,800. Got a seat in Manipal. But my grandfather gave me a very big lecture, and he said, "Nothing doing, you have to do business." I was dragged down back to my college from Badruka College, commerce student. Now, I am sure a lot of students will go through this kind of things, wherein they start at A and they will end at B. Hello, don't think life will give you all what you want, but you can always enjoy and excel in what life gives you. That's the biggest mantra I would love to give you all. Whatever life throws at you, be the best in that. Try to give the best you can. And I started excelling in even commerce. And apart from that, I added a lot of value. So point one, do the best what is life giving you, right? Now, my grandfather told me one strong thing, which I will put to you. He said, if you're an entrepreneur, you are your own boss. Hello, how many of you want to be your own boss? Timings, nobody is checking. You can go half an hour late, 1 hour late. There is no clock ticking 1, 2, 3, 4. No reporting time. And I know people have birthdays, people have anniversaries, People have so many social commitments, but as a boss, you are a boss. So JOB is just obey the boss. Now, I'm not again letting down jobs, because if people are not working, companies would never run. I'm trying to give you the differentiation between what is about an entrepreneur. Next one, you can always expand. You can always expand. Now, in a job, you can never expand. You can never expand. You might be very good at your job, earning a 1 lakh salary, 2 lakh salary, 4 lakh salary, but that is where it is fixed, my dear friends. You cannot expand yourself. These small things made me start to think, yes, I think there is something more into a business than what we really think about. The next one is, you can yourself run the show according to your rules. Hello, how many of you would like to do that? You want to innovate, you want to create. When you're in a job, you go and put up something, and probably people might not really love it. Your boss might say, okay, thanks, it's a good idea. So you can run your own show, and you can, very important, leave a legacy behind. Hello, you can leave a legacy behind. That is one very beautiful thing. My grandfather did this in 1956. My father, myself, my two daughters are married, and my son is now taken over. Can you imagine, at the age of 18? He's joined my business at the age of 18, and he's 100% managing the whole store. And we have a defined plan of action for him, which he chose. I did not choose, right? So all these things are there, which are very strong within you. Then there was a quotation by a very big businessman, which I loved. He said, why not produce more than what you can consume in this world? So businessmen are more producers. You can produce more jobs. You can employ more people. You can give to the world much more. So that is what is about owning a business, right? You all can give a thumbs up if you like these points. I would love to see the thumbs ups. Right within your chat windows, you can type, so that I know you are all with me. You are all with me, right? So this is a very strong point of owning a business. Now, my dear friends, a rose never comes without thorns. A rose never comes without thorns. So there will be a package deal. There will be a package deal always in life, even in job or in business. There will be the pros and cons. So now, what are the challenges you will face as an entrepreneur or as a businessman? Point one, I always tell, you need to have guts to invest. Dam hona padega. You need to have guts to invest. That's a very strong point which stops people from moving into business. అరే పైసా కాన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్ కరేగా, ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఇవ్వాలి డబ్బులు, అక్కడ స్టాప్ అయిపోతుంది మొత్తం, right? So you need to really understand that you need to have guts to invest. The second one is guts to wait. My dear friends, it is not a instant, like ఇప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే everybody is into an instant age. All of us want like instant pizza, instant success. Paisa dala, profit aa gaya, that's it. They can't wait now. And we are in a generation wherein we are dealing with guys, or the generation who wants instant success. Instant success. They just put the seed, they want the crop to come out. It will never happen, my dear friends. So second thing in business you want is guts to wait. Guts to wait. So note down the points. If you love the points, one is guts to invest, two is guts to wait, and the third is guts to lose. Hello, guts to lose. So it comes as a package deal. Nothing, success is never guaranteed anywhere, friends. But here the guts to lose, because you are the owner of your profits and losses. If you make profits, it's all yours. But if you lose, that's also yours. So these are the very big key challenges that really people have when starting as a businessman or a business owner, which stops them from venturing into new things. Now we will go ahead, but I will tell you one more very strong story, because I love stories. Stories inspired me and took my life to a next level. It is a story about Muhammad Ali, the boxer, world-class boxer, and Muhammad Ali was fighting his world championship, and he was lying on the ground, beaten badly, and then, friends, he won the championship. In an interview, he was asked, Muhammad Ali, sir, what do you think is important in life? Is it skills or the will? Will or the skill? Now he was thinking, and he was a very diplomat. He said, I think both are important. No, sir, but still we want an answer. Which is more important? And Muhammad Ali started to think and then said, when I was beaten down badly in my fight, all my skills were lying on the ground. My dear friends, there will be instances in your life when all your skills will be lying in the ground. Trust me, you might be very educated, you might be very fantastic at your curriculum, but your skills might be lying on the ground. He says that is where my will started to tell. One uppercut, one punch, and I take this championship. One punch, and I take this championship. And he says, it is that will to succeed that made me give that uppercut and give me the championship. My dear friends, if you have the will to succeed, if you have the will to be a businessman, no one on this planet Earth can stop you. No one on this planet Earth can stop you. So skill versus will. Skills you need to acquire. That is what college is doing. That is what now the council is doing for you all. They are giving you the skills. But at the end of the day, it is your will that will make outperform at the winning stage. Right? So this is the basic thing I would like to move ahead with to become a champion. And as I said, I did my MPC, got the seat in Manipal, but could not. So started my career with steel industry, sugar industry, and we got bust, my dear friends. We got bust. 1998, we were in a debt trap, and it affected our jewelry business very badly, and we could not come out of it. It could not come out of it. I got married at a very early age of 20. Hello, at a very early age of 20, where all of you are enjoying in the college. I was given the luxury to have a beautiful wife, but with that, lot of responsibilities. And at the age of 24, 25, I started my life with a very big debt. With a very big debt. People used to come and give me a lot of advices. And I used to ask them only one thing. Have you seen debt? They said, no. I said, then please don't advise, because you can't see how I am feeling from inside. I still am a man of very high integrity. And we moved out of our own house, very big house, into a rented house. We sold off a lot of things. So there was a very big story which takes hours together, but that's another side of life. So friends, during that course, I started Amway. 50,000 rupees income a month was supposed to be a luxury for me. I was slogging 16 hours a day. I sold toothbrush, paste, cosmetics, nutrition, door to door. I did selling. I can't forget those days. And when I look back today, 20 years down the line, it looks like so funny. Did I do all this in my life? Really, trust me, friends, life is a very different package. But now when I look back, I feel great about it. Those were experiences that taught me lot of humbleness, lot of humbleness. After moving from 5 cars to a scooter, I used to hide my bike in the club and go because of being ashamed. People will see, Arey, he's coming on a scooter. So I used to hide the scooter and go. My self-image did not permit me, friends. So these challenges came in my life, but I kept going on, going on, going on, going on. It took me 20 years to turn around. 20 years, friends. It took me 20 years to turn around. And today, Sri Balaji Jewelers on Instagram or Facebook is a household name. We export to as good as US, UK, and Australia. We are moving very fast. And I'll tell you how things have happened down the line. So this was my very short story. I broke down my whole speech into different segments. So first you understand how things went, then you understand how I went through. So today we are one of the most successful, not one of the most successful, but I can say one of the most upcoming stores in the segment when it comes to the online segment. And we are with the masses. We are moving very strongly, and we are pitching a very strong turnover of approximately 50 crores by 2025. So that is the growth story which we had. How it has happened, I will tell you that also. The lessons I would love to share from my story now. That is the key. That is the key. Everybody knows Tendulkar. Aha, he is such a fantastic player, world-class player. But how many know 4:30 a.m. he was slogging? He was slogging 4:30 a.m. on the nets. So if you are ready to put in, God is ready to bless you, friends. God is ready to bless you. And there will be challenges, how I told you. But at the end of the day, nobody remembers how many goals went off. People only remember how many goals you made. That is the most important thing. Most important thing. Now, what lessons I would love to share from my story. The first lesson, which is very close, is if you are honest. Honesty is a very strong ingredient, my dear friends. I always believe, I train people on cosmic energy, and there is an aura that creates when you are honest. There is an aura that creates when you are honest. Honesty is within you. You have the choice to be honest. please choose honesty above anything else in life. Because when you're doing business, there will be so many challenges where you will have to probably compromise. That's why I'm telling you, first is if you are honest, second is hardworking. There is no free lunch in the world. If you are hardworking, still I slog till 2 o'clock midnight for the US market. And I am happy that God has given me work. I don't cry or crib about it. I am happy about it, right? So these things, when you are hardworking and you're honest, you will find people who will lift you up in life. When you are down or when you need finances, people were asked, how do I get finance? When you are honest and when people see you hardworking, for sure, you will start seeing that people will lift you up. The second one is always speak your vision. Always speak your vision. People used to tell, oh, you have a vision. It was like as good as we were very close to a shutdown. So always speak your vision, and your circumstances will always be there, friends. But if you start speaking negative, people do not want to invest in a sinking boat. People never want to invest in a sinking boat. So always speak your vision. Only then people will come and invest in you. So speak about your vision. I always say the blood group for people could be B positive. Always, all the students should have only one blood group, which is B positive. And before B positive, there is one more blood group I invented myself. It is called C positive. Hello. Only when you can see positive, you can be positive. If you're not seeing positive, you can never be positive. So see positive in a situation, then you will be positive. That's one very strong point I would like to convey to you. The next one, which I love about, I think all the business people who are successful, just now Prasad Garu told about Henry Ford and so many other businessmen we have. We know about even Amitabh Bachchan, how he went in, his ABC was totally gone. We know about Steve Jobs. We know about Mahatma Gandhi. Like, it's not just about business, it's about being successful. It's about being successful. So all these people, they had the challenges, but they knew only one word, which is, hello, I want to write this in bold letters in your life. It is called hang on. Hello, hang on. Patkoni kusar atlane mana dream ki. Just hang on to your dream. Have your vision on. Whatever be the circumstances, hang on, hang on, hang on. Whatever be the circumstances, friends, don't lose hope. Never, ever, never, ever in your life lose your hope. That is what is going to make you very strongly sit inside. I always tell the story about the caterpillar. Everybody knows a caterpillar is not beautiful to see. It's dirty, crawling on the ground, eating the grass. But as the caterpillar is feeding, suddenly it transforms into a very beautiful butterfly. Very beautiful butterfly, sucking the nectar from flower to flower. Friends, what you are today does not matter. Does not matter. We could be caterpillars crawling on the ground. But if you are slowly moving ahead and transforming, you can be a beautiful butterfly. You can be a beautiful butterfly. And friends, there is nothing better than anything than adding value to the world. Being an asset in whatever you are doing. I would not like to tell you to be anything, but yes, be an asset to the world, not a liability. That is a very important thing, right? The next one I learned in my career when I was going up and down and up and down and up and down was be a learner. Be a learner. Still, I am a student, friends. At the age of 50 plus, still I am studying. I would love to be a student. And I think it's a privilege to be a student lifelong. Lifelong. So be a learner. Stay connected to learning. Stay connected to learning. How can you be a learner? Stay connected to people who know more than you. Point one. Stay connected to books. Books are one of the biggest friends you can have in your life. I'm sure a good reader is a good leader. A good reader is a good leader. So stay connected to that. Then the next one is you can add value by doing a lot of programs. See, one is curriculum education, which builds you from outside, but you need to even build yourself from inside. And personality development programs, communication skills programs, there are n number of programs, management, leadership, all these things will make you stand out very strongly in life, friends. Very strongly in life. So understand this power of learning. So if you learn, you will surely earn. I can bet on that. Keep on learning. You will keep on earning. The moment you think, my grandfather used to say, even a very good stream of water, if it stops somewhere and it doesn't flow, it starts stinking. So a person will start stinking if he stops learning. And that's where you start to go down in life, right? So be a learner. The next thing is, if you learn to serve, you will deserve. So I learned that if you have a service attitude, then 100% people will come and give you business. So learn to serve. And once you're serving, then 100% you will deserve success. Next, you will find investors right beside you. There was a question in this program, capital. And this was a key question I used to ask people. Where is the capital? How do I get it? How do I get it? Today, touchwood, our country is in such a strong level wherein we have so many things for young entrepreneurs, MSME programs, MSME loans. The government has come out openly, but we do not know about it. Learn more about the benefits what the government is giving you. Loans are far, far, far more cheaper than what was there in India 5 years or 10 years back. So this is one strong transformation that has come in our country when it comes to the borrowing money. It's much more cheaper, much more lesser, but you need to understand what is there, right? So finance is there, provided your vision is there. Your own people around you now, they will invest in you if they feel you are trustworthy. So all these things make you take the business to the next level. And one very strong point which I would love to convey, which took my business to the next level, is work on the system. System is not the computer. Hello. It is on the organizational structure. Whether you are a small store, we are not a very big store. We are a medium store, but we are a good medium store. So work on your organizational structure. That will be your game changer, because that is where the momentum comes. The government is now changing the business to the next level after so many transformations in taxation systems. So this is one very big thing you need to understand, that if you have the system in place, you can focus your energy on growth. But if you don't have the system in place, your whole energy will be drained out at focusing on only managing things rather than growth. So this is one very strong thing you need to understand. Then learn the art of relation building. Hello. Learn the art of relation building. You know, one thing, I was reading an ad by Tata, and the ad said, wanted salespeople, please don't apply if you can't smile. Hello. Please don't apply if you can't smile. So, smile, that's a door opener to all the relations. So learn the art of building relations, right? I always tell people that some people say, oh, we want guys who are not married, guys who are very young at jobs. But I feel ulta. I feel people who are seniors, they are doing much better because they are very good at relation building, especially after marriage. Hello. They know how to take the orders. They know how to maintain their emotions. They know how to take things ahead in life. So learning how to manage relations is again a very strong key in your life. Next is very important. Do your numbers well. Hello. Your numbers should speak more than your mouth. I say I might be making a lot of money. Where are the numbers? Hello. Your expenditure does not permit you to spend and you are spending. Hello, where are the numbers? My son comes and tells me, I want to buy a new car. I say, yes, surely, show me the numbers. If the numbers speak, you take it. Numbers are not speaking. So we delayed it for 2 years. I gave him a target. So let the numbers speak, friends. 2 things, do your numbers very well. Write down everything on paper. Anything here is only here, but on paper, it becomes power. So write down all your dreams, write down all your numbers on paper, and then you see the magic happening. Even you feel happy when your numbers are different. Draw a chart. In schools, colleges, we have been trained to draw charts. Now I started to realize how beautiful charts are, because they speak so much. The graphical representations speak so much about our growth or about our fall also. Even if you're not doing well, the graphs will speak, the numbers will speak. So let the numbers speak for you. That is very important. Next is understand and trust your team. Understand and trust your team. But what has happened? Our old belief systems. अपने बाप पे भी भरोसा नहीं करना. Hello, there was a old quotation. People, they have the old belief systems. But friends, trust is the only way you can grow your team. Trust is the only way you can grow your team. Trust is the biggest gift you can give to the people working with you. Trust is the only way. Again and again, there was a old quotation. What to do if you want people to work more for you? The answer was give them love. Answer was give them love. And then somebody asked, still if they don't work? So the answer was increase the dose. There is nothing else, friends. There is nothing else. People will work for you if you love them, if you trust them, if you like them. I'm telling you, monetary benefits are at a level, but being a good boss, being a good businessman, being a good entrepreneur is all about being a good human being. That is very, very important. Then you will see that they will really see that they are working for their company, right? And understand the government rules and regulations and go compliant. Compliance is the key to success in any business. The more compliant you are, the more peace of mind you have. So there is again a quotation I say when I was doing some sessions for GST and income tax. Peace of mind over piece of paper. Choose what you want. Peace of mind or piece of paper, choose whatever you want. So I'm sure all of you would love to have peace of mind, and piece of papers will follow, friends. There is no issue about that, right? So get compliant. That is the very important thing when it comes to all these businesses. When you start doing that, I'm sure the business will go to a next level. I'll tell you one more story, which is a very important story. There was a carpenter who was working very good. 30 years he has worked for that firm. 30 years. And he wanted to take an off. He said, sir, now I want to retire. So he goes to his boss and says, sir, this is my last one. Namaskaram, I want to retire now. I have worked a lot for you. Now, good people, no company wants to leave. No company wants to leave. So he said, no, I'll do one thing. One last project, you do it for me. So he gave one apartment. He said, do this apartment very beautifully. This is your last project. And you know how people do the last work? Bah, just for the heck of it, want to complete it. I see sometimes when last 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, one customer steps in, the staff wants to run out because it is the last project. So they want to run off, right? So he did just like that, completed it, gave the keys to the boss and says, thank you, boss. Now I want to retire. Goodbye. The boss gave back the keys to that person and said, this is yours. This is yours. This is a gift from me for working 30 years in my company. Now he started to cry. Hello, friends. Started to cry. He said, if I knew I was working for myself, I would have performed a little more better. If I knew I was working for myself, I would have put some extraordinary efforts. Friends, if you feel you're working for others, you will never do extraordinary efforts. But if you're working for yourself, 100%, you will give much more than what is inside you. That is the key to the growth when it comes to anything, right? And finally, I would like to tell some things about startups, because see, starting a whole new business is a whole different scenario. Getting into an existing mode is a whole different scenario. So startups are successful budding things because they are full of new ideas. So point one, which business do you do? Which business and why do you want to do that? So write it down on a paper. Write it down on a paper. Food industry. Now people come and tell me, sir, I want to put a restaurant chain. Very good. Very good. Write it down on a paper. Then we'll tell you how to move ahead, right? Put these on paper. Then look for businesses that are evergreen. Always they will be running. There are some businesses which are evergreen. So search for such businesses which are evergreen, right? And then creativity. See, there are 2 to 3 types of things you can think about as startups. One is being creative, thinking outside the box, doing something new. That is one way. Second is following businesses which are evergreen and getting and jumping into that, and then putting things on paper and understanding one big question, why you want to do this business. Do your paperwork well, friends. Do your paperwork well. Next is look for a role model. Whichever business you want to do, suppose you want to do a jewelry business and you can see a role model, which jeweler is doing well. Suppose you want to be into pharma, You can look at a role model, which pharma person is doing very well. So look for a role model when you are a startup and understand what is the learning you can get from this role model. You can go and interview these people. Sir, you are a fantastic role model for me. You look at the way he will feel happy. Wow, this person wants to learn from me. And you will be astonished. People love to really push up people who are really coming up, right? So go, inspect, and ask, friends. Hello, ask. Asking is a very strong power. Write it down on your book. Asking is a very important power. We forget to ask, or we feel ashamed to ask. Please ask that gentleman what all went through in your life, and then you will understand what is there, right? So very important. Next is look for businesses that the government supports. Very important. Today's especially scenario in India, look at businesses where government is very much supportive, right? Suppose education sector, government is very supportive today, right? Exports, government is very supportive today. So try to understand where the government is supporting when it comes to startups. Next is have a project report. Very important. Have a project report ready. And you know what happens in the outer countries? They think for 3 years and then they start the business. They think for 3 years. It is a 1,000 days rule by Harvard. 1,000 days rule by Harvard. They think for 3 years and start the business. In India, they start the business and think 3 years. What has happened? Why is it not happening? Because they did not think only. They just started off. So friends, think. There is nothing wrong. That is what my training says. Training to think. Think. Make a project report. Do the numbers well. Contact consultants. Contact successful people. Make the numbers speak and start off. Make the numbers speak and start off. So these are some very important learnings which I would like to impart to one and all. I just started off with the why to be a businessman. Then I made you understand what are the challenges a businessman has. Then what are the benefits a businessman has. So always keep the rose in front of you. The beautiful rose with the thorns. Always it's a package deal. Whether in a job or in a business, you have to choose, friends. And I told you about my life, how it was a rolling stone, and then how the key things started to change, and how what all are the things you can learn from the story down the line when it went through. And very important, I always talk about, again, which I learned from my grandfather, which I even go to corporates when I train. It is called the farmer mentality. Hello, Dadaji ko I asked how to do a business. He said, be a farmer, kheti. एक किसान की तरह business करो. I asked, what is it? I did not understand. He says, first rule, hello, note down this, very important. What you sow, you will reap. What you sow, you will reap. What I mean is, it's not just about business. It's about faith and trust. If you sow faith and trust, you will reap the same thing. You will reap the same thing. 2, there will be a gestation period between sowing and reaping. Beans dalte, you don't take out the ground and check out whether there's a tree going. There is a gestation period between sowing and reaping. And friends, if you want a mango garden, how many years does it take? It takes 5 years minimum. So if your dream is big, you need to wait longer. But if you want tomatoes, if you want small income, immediately 15 days you will get the crop. So this is the next thing he trained me on. The third thing, which is very important, God has never given back a seed for a seed. He gave a crop. He gave a crop. So whatever you will sow, God is so merciful. He will give you more than that. So don't worry. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. And last one is, you can only sow. You can never reap, friends. You can never reap. So your duty is to work hard. Rest, leave it to destiny. Destiny is eternal. It will give you what is written to you. But sowing is in your hands. The more you sow, the more chances of reaping the crop for you are. So this is a very strong thing. And friends, while doing the business, while becoming a successful entrepreneur, very important, the 4 tiers of life: health, wealth, family, and society. 4 tiers of life. Very important. If you are a successful crorepati, a businessman with 1,000 crores, and you don't have a happy family, ask yourself the definition of success. If you are not giving back to the society after consuming so much, ask yourself the definition of success, right? So these things will motivate you to go to the next level in life. Very important, right? If you are very successful, but in the due course, you lost your health, At the age of 50, you have all the kinds of things which any person can have, sugar, BP, etc., etc. You are not able to enjoy the wealth. Then ask yourself the definition of success. And the last one is the steering wheel, which is the spiritual growth, friends. Steering wheel is very important apart from the tires. So have the spiritual growth too. Grow from inside. Try to understand the connectivity. What COVID has taught us, nothing in the world can teach us, right? The spiritual growth, what COVID gave us, the internal growth, no school in the world can give us, right? So for me, all these matter. For you, what matters, ask yourself. And I will just end my today's session with a very strong thing I wrote about seasons, the power of the seasons. I even write a lot. I'm a good writer also. I own a training company, but I write also. So seasons, I always say, whatever is coming, it has to go. My dear friends, whatever is coming, it has to go. Seasons guarantee change and give us hope. Seasons guarantee change and give us hope. Nothing remains the same. Nothing remains the same. Seasons are always temporary. So in your life also, if challenges come, always think about the seasons. Winter season aa gaya bhai. I have to sit inside. Hello. Don't worry. Seasons are always temporary. The key to life is to outlast that season. That is the key to life. Friends, COVID came, 3 years, we were very tense. Crisis it was. It was a crisis event. But if you outlasted that change, I'm sure you survived the biggest thing in your life. Biggest thing. I'm sure 20, 30 years down the line, we will tell our children, Aisa bhi hua tha, that the world was closed for some time. It will be a dream, a story for all our children and grandchildren, right? Seasons make you plan for the future, and they will give you a time to cry and a time to celebrate. Seasons will give you a time to cry and a time to celebrate. So friends, what lies behind us is not so important. Life, what lies in front of us, it is a little important. But what lies within us is the most important, friends. That will make you move to the next level in your life and make you a very successful businessman and a successful entrepreneur. So that's what matters in life. And thank you so much. I feel that most of the students can take away these things, and I would really love to see a lot of AV college students coming up as entrepreneurs. They can always call me, they can always email me, and I would be the happiest to help them in their growth, and that's what makes me feel happier. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be with you all.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen. We will go ahead with and take some time for questions now.
Sure.
I request Ms. Renu Mathur to please ask the questions, please.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. This is Renu Mathur from Department of Commerce. Nice to see you, sir, in this platform today.
Thank you.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, actually, one of the major problems of the rural entrepreneurs is their inability to market their products. So can you suggest or help them, those young rural enterprises, to overcome this problem, sir?
Very good question, Renuji. See,
Thank you, sir.
Today, I feel this problem has reduced a lot because of one very strong thing. I always believe that in the old days, all our grandparents used to say hard work, hard work, hard work. After that, smart work came up, and today network is there, Andy. So it is much more easier because there are platforms today where people can market themselves very well. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, websites, WhatsApp. I'm sure that the market is so open, and they need to learn a little about technology. And I am very sure that if they use these platforms, their business will be rocking. So I recommend all the young entrepreneurs to take up some classes on digital marketing to learn more about this and promote yourself to this platform. So it's a very low cost platform plus a very effective platform.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen Kumar, for patiently answering our questions. Now I request O. Sharada to give vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. It is an honor for me to propose a vote of thanks to this webinar. I, Sharda, on behalf of AV Institution Innovation Council, take this opportunity to thank the speaker, Mr. Praveen Kumar, for accepting our invitation. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us and making the students to understand a wonderful and an important question on why an entrepreneur. By saying as an entrepreneur is a job provider, rather job seeker, and one should have the guts to invest and wait for a period and finally lose to have an attempts. Sir insisted us to focus on our mission and vision and always be a learner. Finally, he insisted us on the success mantras, that is honesty, integrity, and trust, by saying few true stories to achieve the success. I extend my thanks to our secretary, Professor G. Prakash Reddy Garu, and correspondent Dr. K. Gautame ma'am for inspiring and encouraging us in planning such events. A special thanks to our principal, Dr. C. H. Rajalingam Garu, and PG Director, Dr. M. Bhagwant Reddy Garu, Vice Principal, Dr. P. Padma ma'am, for trusting and providing the support to make this webinar a success. I also extend my gratitude to IIC convener, Dr. Prasad sir, for motivating and guiding us. I express my thanks to program coordinator, Ms. K. Rishita Reddy, for moderating the event. A special thanks to Mr. Vamshi Krishna sir, Head Department of MCA, Mr. Sushil Kumar, Ms. Rama ma'am, for technically supporting and telecasting the event. Finally, I thank all the faculty members, other distinct members, and last but not the least, the student participants for their active participation. We hope that the webinar was fruitful and will benefit each one of us in our future prospects. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sharda. We'll race for national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you everyone for joining us today. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you, Praveenji.
Thank you.
We are ending the session, Praveenji. Thank you so much.